It's midday. Good afternoon. Here's the world news at a glance on Impact Business Radio, Ibr92.5FM. First, the headlines. United Nations report says West Africa's food economy to reach $480 billion by 2030. Lagos State Police Command deploys patrol teams to motor parks. Kyari refuses to answer query from force headquarters. And on the foreign scene, Zelensky to address Congress as United States pledges $800 million in military aid. Now the news in detail. I am Toluwalike Ali. The Lagos State Police Command has assured Lagos residents to go about their daily activities without fear. It added that it has deployed patrol teams in every nook and cranny of the state to forestall the breakdown of law and order. The police public relations officer in the state, Adekunle Ajishibutu, said the command received unconfirmed reports that aggrieved members of the union planned a protest in strategic places in the state. Noting that the force and government would not take chances, he assured that there is no cause for alarm. It will be recalled that the national body of the union had last week Thursday suspended its Lagos State chairman, Musiliu Akinsoya, popularly referred to as MC Oluomo, following weeks of protracted conflicts and leadership tussle. Akinsoya subsequently announced his withdrawal and that of lieutenant from the union, also directing them to stop issuing NURTW tickets at parks and garages. The United Nations Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator in Nigeria, Matthias Shimale, has estimated the food economy in the West Africa and Sahel sub-region will reach $480 billion in 2030. Shimale gave the report at the 13th multidisciplinary team meeting of 15 West African countries and Sahel sub-region in Abuja to brainstorm on the way forward to the food and nutrition situation in the region. He noted that the expected growth will be attributed to the systemic approach undertaken by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, which is aimed at securing the development gained in the fight against hunger and poverty. He lamented that the West Africa's agri-food system faces challenges such as the declining natural resource base, recurrent natural and human-caused disasters, climate change, and rising insecurity. He, however, appealed to the West African countries to seize the opportunity to build resilient agri-food systems in the region and align with the Food and Agriculture Organization's strategic framework to address structural policy constraints. The suspended commander of the Intelligence Response Team, Kyari, who is currently in the custody of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, over his involvement in a cocaine deal, has refused to officially respond to the query issued him by Force Headquarters. This comes on the heels of a threat by the Federal High Court in Abuja to strike out the $500 million fundamental rights enforcement suit Kyari filed against the federal government. The Nigerian Navy has raised alarm on the potential conflict over the planned expansion of the mandate of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, to include the security of maritime. It urged the agency should limit its mandate to safety and administration on waterways and not involved in the security of maritime. The Chief of Training and Operations, Solomon Agada, said this during the public hearing on some bills on maritime organized by the House Committee on Maritime and Safety. In his presentation, Agada said security should be removed from the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency Act Amendment Bill 2021, allowing the agency to focus on safety. On the foreign scene, Ukraine's president is expected to intensify pleas for NATO allies to help stop Russian attacks when he addresses the U.S. Congress by video link later today. Reports has it that Volodymyr Zelensky is likely to repeat his request for a no-fly zone in his latest speech to a national parliament. His address comes with President Joe Biden set to announce an extra $800 million in military aid to Ukraine. The money will go towards anti-armor and anti-aircraft weapons. The funding is covered by a spending bill on humanitarian, defensive and economic assistance to Ukraine that was approved by the Congress last week. To end the news, another look at the major items. United Nations report says West Africa food economy to reach $480 billion by 2030. Lagos State Police Command deploys patrol teams to motor parks. Abakari refuses to enter query from force headquarters. And on the foreign scene, Zelensky to address Congress as United States pledges $800 million in military aid. For comments, breaking news, happenings around your area and suggestions, send your report to newsroom at Ibr92.5FM.com or call 0908 485 8385. Like us on Facebook and on Twitter at Ibr925FM Ibadan, or stream us live on www.ibr925fm.com. The news was produced and edited by Feromi Akimbote. I am Tulu.